Every time I make something out of obsidian, people always jokingly say, make a nether portal. So in this video, that's exactly what I'm going to do. To source the obsidian to build the nether portal, I had to go to the obsidian mines, where I'm going to mine it out of the ground. This chunk of pure black obsidian was lying right on the surface, and it's a perfect example of the quality I'm looking for. Mining for obsidian is hard work. With my rock-hounding pickaxe, I break away the hard volcanic soil that surrounds the chunks of obsidian hidden underground. After some time digging with the pickaxe, I broke loose some chunks of obsidian that will be perfect for the nether portal. I took a test chip off of the obsidian to make sure it's good quality, and sure enough, it definitely is. After mining obsidian all day, we now have a great pile to build our nether portal with. Because the building blocks of our nether portal are going to be cube-shaped, I made sure to select naturally occurring cobbles of obsidian that already kind of had that shape. This will make it a lot easier for me in the upcoming shaping stage. With a rounded river cobble as a tool, I'm going to strike the obsidian and break off pieces to make it more cube-like and also clean up the dirty exterior. The obsidian fractures depending on how hard and at what angle I hit it at. This way, I'm able to predict and accurately shape the obsidian into cubes. Some of the cobbles that I found were completely weathered on the outside, and you would never be able to tell that it's obsidian unless you broke into it. The only reason I was confident that these were all obsidian on the inside is because I dug them straight out of the obsidian mine, where basically every single rock is obsidian. Just as a sculpture is chiseled out of stone, I'm making sure to envision an obsidian cube in every single rock that I chip. As our obsidian building blocks become more refined, I switch to using a deer antler tool which I can strike more precise pieces off with. And during this process, I make sure to protect my leg with a leather pad because obsidian is one of the sharpest materials on Earth. In fact, the fractured edge of obsidian is typically 10 times sharper than a surgeon's steel scalpel. After many hours of carefully chipping each individual stone into an obsidian cube, we now have a nice group of obsidian cubes to build the portal with. The hardest part about making the obsidian building blocks was ensuring that they're all roughly the same size and shape so they will fit together nicely. Another important part of the finished obsidian cubes is that they all have roughly 90-degree angles, which will make them easier to stack. Now that we have the right amount of obsidian cubes, it's time to start assembling our nether portal. To hold the nether portal all together, I'm going to make a natural glue made from charcoal dust and pine sap. After grinding up the charcoal bits in the stone mortar and pestle, we're left with a nice fine powder that will be perfect for mixing in with the pine sap. I started a small fire with the flint and steel striker because we're going to need a heat source to melt down the pine sap. By putting the pine sap over a fire, it will melt and turn into somewhat of a goopy liquid into which we can mix the charcoal dust. I used a clamshell to scoop charcoal dust and mix it into the hot molten pine sap. The glue is finished, so I collect it at the end of a stick to help it cool and further harden. This method of making glue has been used for thousands of years. Now we have a Stone Age glue stick and we're ready to start gluing the chunks of obsidian together. An old cutting board serves as an excellent base to build on. I applied some glue to secure the first row of obsidian cubes, ensuring that the finished portal doesn't move. Now that we have a foundation, it's time to start building up. I heat up the glue and apply it to each block, making sure that there is a snug fit between each of them. The best part about using pine sap glue for this build is that it not only matches the color of the obsidian, but it also cools and hardens quickly, making the building process easy. When people asked me to make a nether portal in real life, I had many doubts about how it would actually turn out, or if it was even possible. When I thought about using pine sap glue for holding the blocks, I was sure it wouldn't be strong enough to hold the blocks together. As it turns out, the glue was strong enough to hold the portal together, and now we are finished with the portal window. The natural beauty and shine of the obsidian brings out a nice texture and rawness to the real-life nether portal. It's cool and beautiful, but it still needs to be lit with flint and steel. I break off a fresh chunk of flint so that we can strike it and light our nether portal. Now that it's been lit with real flint and steel, the real-life Obsidian Nether portal is complete.